Alright, before we get balls deep into this topic, let's get one thing straight. Elden Ring, at its base, is designed to be a giant pain in the ass. Every single enemy has the potential to make you go to Home Depot and get a drywall patch kit. But some enemies stand head and shoulders above the rest. Enemies that are so consistent in making me go on Amazon, finding a new controller and hitting the buy now button that I'm really starting to worry about my financial future. Sometimes I hate them because they're extremely difficult. Sometimes they're just annoying. And sometimes, shit, I don't know, I just don't like them. Speaking of which, number 10, Abductor Virgins. This is weird because you can't just point to one thing about these that I would consider a capital offense or anything. They're more of a charcuterie board of slightly annoying. And when you add all of those things up, you get a giant metal pile of shit. First of all, their name is fucking gross. I don't know if there are two words in the English dictionary that sound worse when put together than Abductor Virgin, but I doubt it. Anyway, the mechanics on the attack incel are just fucking stupid. Oh look, they're doing the spinning top thing. Guess I'll just stand over here for 10 minutes. Oh look, they're doing the pizza cutter shuffle. That's fair. You do piss damage to them unless you can dodge the old struggle snuggle, which I can't. Ever. It feels like no matter how good I dodge, I am destined to be trapped in that flesh prison. Anyway, gross name, gross stomach thing, shit mechanics, these fuckers deserve to be here. Number 9, Finger Creepers. If it wasn't for their weakness to fire, these things would be much higher on the list. When it comes to enemies that make me vomit in my mouth a little, the creepers are the creepiest. The ground floor of Carrion Manor is literally nightmare fuel for me. I saw the babies once and thought to myself, how the fuck did these things reproduce? And immediately started punching myself in the face trying to get the thought out of my head. And how the hell are these big ass phalange fuckers ambush predators? They hide above you on walls, they hide below you in the ground, they have a charge attack that feels undodgeable, and if you try to block it without a stamina bar longer than the Great Wall of nice try, dickhead, you are fucked. And whose bright idea was it to give the molester monster a roofie ring? Number 8, dogs. Not wolves. Wolves are fine. They're inbred, shaggy-haired, man's best fuck you cousins. Screw these guys. I have a question for the citizens of the lands between. What the fuck have y'all been feeding these bastards? Adderall mixed with gunpowder? They're so much more aggressive than wolves, it's like comparing a sloth to a pissed-off silverback gorilla. They can bleed you. They can rot you like, oh great, they gave the murder mutts rabies. Neat. If there's just one, they're nothing a good guard counter won't fix. But the only time there's just one is when you've already put down the other two. Every time you hear barking, you know you're about to get jumped by at least 3 dick-biting quadrupeds. And even though I know how extremely unfair these things can be, there is no enemy in the game that ticks me off more when it kills me. I can't express to you how galling it is to kill dragons, 30-foot tall trolls, and fucking demigods just to get punked by Rasta Clifford. Number 7, Rune Bears. Abductor Virgins have the struggle snuggle, but Rune Bears just fuck you. How are you that big and that fast? There is no goddamn way a 10-ton ball of go fuck yourself can leap off a mountain and not shatter all 4 of its femurs when it hits the ground. I'm not the only one calling bullshit here. Einstein and the laws of physics are. They hit hard, they're fast as shit, like good luck getting a flask off while fighting these. And the worst part is that there's regular ass bears just chilling in the same habitat as their don't give a damn about consent cousins. Now Charles Darwin is joining the chat to call bullshit too. Wait. Maybe there's an interesting reason in the lore these guys are bigger than a double wide and meaner than a bull that just got its balls clamped. Let me check my notes and get back to you guys. Alright, research over. I looked it up in my diary and all it said was, I don't give a shit in big, bold letters. Number 6, Lesser Wolves of Radigan. Did you know that's what these were called? I didn't. I mean, it makes sense, but I didn't think an entire species would be named after some fucking ginger literally everyone in the lore hates. And just like their Rebus daddy, these things can go fuck themselves. Do you like enemies that run around like a wobbly-headed toddler you're telling to drop the fossilized dog shit it just picked up? Do you like enemies that force you to run around like a decapitated farm bird? Well, get you a mob that can do both. I can't tell you how many times I've spent 2 minutes running around dodging glint blades, comets and a harem just to finally get an opening and going, oh shit, I'm out of stamina, right before he eats my face for dinner. Like, hey asshole, if you can jump that far, why don't you jump this way and fight me like a man? On second thought, don't do that. Just get the fuck away from me. Number 5, birds. I'm a simple man, and simple things make me happy. When I play a FromSoft game, most of the time I have a simple strategy. I pick up the biggest stick I can find and bang my head against the wall until my enemy departs this realm of existence. And that strategy doesn't work if the wall I'm trying to bang my head against keeps fucking moving. How am I supposed to put calluses on my forehead when this little feathered amputee keeps running away? I just started a new game. I don't have any ranged options yet. What the fuck am I supposed to do here? Why are there a Baskin-Robbins level of variety of them? And why do they have a Baskin-Robbins amount of tools to kick my ass with? Knife feet, talons, beaks, explosive barrels, explosive heads, claws, jaws, sonic shrieks, and bottled diarrhea. The last few weren't birds, those were bats and harpies. Oh, I'm sorry, you must be new here. If it flies, it's a fucking bird. Number 4, Crucible Knights. Would you like to know what it's like to have a headbutting contest with a Dodge Caravan? Do you like enemies that move like Jason Voorhees but are still hard to dodge for some reason? Do you like furries that are fully encased in armor so you can't tell until it's too late? Then come on down to the Crucible and get your rocks off in the most painful way possible. These guys aren't the hardest in the game, but if this list was a top 10 enemies that make me feel like a little bitch, these fuckers would hold all 10 spots. These things make me feel like I'm 10 years old, dad just took off his belt, and I can hear him coming up the stairs. You hit them, and they laugh at you. You try to heal, and they laugh at you. You flat out try to run away and hide under the bed, and they laugh at you. It's rare for me to get out ungabungad by anything my size in this game, but these walking retention walls do it every time. Their only saving grace is that they're kinda stupid. Dumbass. Number 3, lobsters. Are they actually lobsters? Maybe they're shrimp? Prawns? Hold on, wait a goddamn minute. They're fucking crayfish? Really? I have a question, Miyazaki. Out of all the megafauna native to the lands between, how the hell is the most diabolical, most terrifying, most rage-inducing one of them a goddamn waterbug? These things have it all. Quick jabs, a ranged attack that can hit you from another zip code, a jumping slam attack, which according to their leg-to-body ratio is bullshit, and a grapple attack that makes me feel like I'm watching a cutscene in a Metal Gear Solid game where I just get my shit pushed in the entire time. They're big, fast, hit hard as shit, and check out this stat block. Sure, you could say they have a weakness to strike, but the rest of its absorptions are so low you figure out pretty quick their defenses are the least of your goddamn worries. You could come up with 1,000 strategies to killing this thing, and they'd all be equally worthless. Except for lightning, maybe. And that's only because they're always standing in water. Or sewage. What really ticks me off about these guys is they aren't even a boss fight that becomes a regular enemy later. Crucible Knights are, Rune Bears are, the fucking Wizard Mutt is, not the crayfish, because every single encounter with these tractor-sized Astacidia. Jesus Christ, I'm dumb for putting that in the script. Anyway, the fucking tractor shrimp. Every single one of these tractor shrimp is a boss fight, and you can't tell me otherwise. Number 2, Ancestral Archers. Remember, class, this isn't a list of enemies I think are the hardest. This is a list about how much enemies piss me off. And nothing pisses me off more than walking around minding my own business and suddenly having a telephone pole embedded in my cranium. Like, how did that shiny anthropomorphic goat sniper manage to sneak up on me? Oh, because he's a whole POI away, that's how. Seriously, these guys are better at spotting me than a spy satellite, and they have the range of an intercontinental ballistic missile. And to make things worse, if these guys manage to surprise you in melee range, they can wombo combo with the best of them. Apparently turning me into a porcupine wasn't enough. You just had to waylay me with the jawbone of the last motherfucker that dared stick a pinky toe within 5 miles of your neighborhood. Number 1, Revenants. This shouldn't be a surprise. I think everyone knew these guys were going to take the top spot. I've never seen any of the Human Centipede movies that no doubt inspired this walking sleep paralysis demon. But dear fuck, I can bet none of them are this horrifying. Of all the enemies in Elden Ring, nothing keeps you on your heels like a Revenant. it can jump at you from range, it can combo you up close. When you're finally getting the upper hand, it teleports away and vomits on you, which does insane damage and gives ridiculous poison buildup. And poison is by far the most trivial status effect in the game, so why does this attack fuck me so hard? Can you name a single other source of poison in the game that deals this much damage? No, you can't, because it doesn't fucking exist. And I haven't even mentioned this fucking bullshit attack. I mean, when they do this, it's like they're trying to murder you and bury your corpse at the same time. And admittedly, A for efficiency. It's the only entity I can think of you find randomly outside of a boss arena, and the game lets you use his spirit summon. Because even the devs know how fucking bullshit this thing is. Anyway, that's the list. If you think there's anything I missed, comment below. I'm gonna go back to putting my balls in a vice in the DLC. Bye.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
I said bye.